From the YouTube Dojo, this is Weeknight Update with Ellie Mueller, and now Ellie Cunny Mueller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. I'm Ellie Cunny Mueller. I got a lot of stuff to get through tonight. We have a lot of stuff to get through tonight. But first, some shoutouts. Tonight's shoutouts go to Mike Moran, Nuke Gaming, Notified Clips, Lori Gamer, and Apex Giants. Please check them out if you have time, and hopefully you will help them make the world a better place to live in. Now, tonight, it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be talking about celebrities. However, we're going to talk about three pinheads who are trying to make a name for themselves. Johnluke Chaparro, Lord Lanka, I don't have to take. But let's talk. Johnluke Chaparro is pretty bad. He thought that he would replace Seth Meyers on NBC someday. No. Only a loser would hate everybody else on YouTube except for himself. Lord Langarado and Sergio Ortega. Of course, Lord Langarado and Sergio Ortega for X questions, of course. But anyway, as you all know, Johnluke Chaparro hates this program.
I hate Johnluke Chaparro.
Thank you. Adam Mueller, one of the presidents of the Weeknight Update Fair Club. Anyway, I knew that those clowns were here at the minute that my old channel got hacked.
You're full of shit.
Yes, indeed. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Now Johnluke didn't react correctly to the comment that I made about his show in 2014, which I stated that his show isn't really unique, especially since he copied the intro from David Letterman and everything else from Craig Ferguson. And then he started making fun of my show. Got Orlando to join forces with him. Next thing you know, they're making fun of me together. And finally, guess what happened? My old channel got hacked. Can you guess why? Anyway, I have some tips, and I also want to tell a joke about another joke about Johnluke Chaparro. So, but because I fool around with Craig from time to time. He is really, really good at giving out tips and advice, and he also has remembered one of the jokes I made about Johnluke Chaparro from 2014. So, you know that somebody's really bad on YouTube. If there's a lot of people over there on YouTube fighting about whether or not a person used a website to actually bot their own views and likes. And if somebody gets two people from your old school to join forces with somebody, that's not good. That spells you doom. So what you gotta do now is you gotta confront, you gotta get them, Now. Sorry about that. Now, Ellie has told a joke about Johnluke Chaparro. Actually, he told a couple of jokes about Johnluke Chaparro from 2014. These were from, I believe, late February. Alright? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Ellie has. Call your neighbors, wake the kids. This is really, really good. Johnluke Chaparro needs to stop pretending to be the 1980s version of the 11 on YouTube. NBC's going to be rich if he doesn't stop it. We need to keep that guy away from NBC. And let me tell you what, he's not bringing. He likes to copy stuff from Dave 24. So what does that tell you? Huh? What does that tell you? You know, if those clowns think that they're going to stop Ellie from getting on late night TV, they are wrong. They are wrong. You know, Johnluke Chaparro and his gang of goons are still not convinced that I could be a great late night talk show. You know, they've seen me play around, they see me do interviews and blah blah blah. But oddly enough, they really think that I suck. They all still think that I suck. You know, and apparently, they all think that they would do a lot better. You know. And I had a dream about those pinheads last night, and this was my nightmare. This was my nightmare. The nightmare was, I would be the guy doing the infomercials, and then Yatir Ortega would end up hosting the Tonight Show. Johnluke Chaparro, of course, would be hosting Late Night, my dream gig, and then Lord Lagayata would host Last Call. Seriously. For Pete's sake! Mueller, listen, Johnluke, Orlando, City, I told you not to mess with the big guns. You three have screwed them up for the last time. If I hear one more smattering remark about about the king of this program one more time. If I hear one more of those, you folks are going to get it. If I hear you make fun of him one more time, that's it. Woo! And once again, this show is nothing if not informative, entertaining, and silly. And I think the show is getting better.
Way better.
Yes. Thank you very much. Woo-wee. It's too bad that some of you won't get to see some of my earlier work, but it happens. Well,
bastard took them.
Yes. Yeah. That is the show for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you folks tomorrow night at the news, and I am out skis. Farewell, everybody. Farewell.